I think let's start the session. So, hello everyone, I'm Anuradha. On the behalf of the Science Club, I welcome you all to the Alumni Interaction session. Today, we have Sujit Katre with us. He is an ISER Pune alumni, chemistry major from batch of 2020 and currently pursuing MBA in marketing at IIM Indore. He also worked as a sales and marketing intern with a digital marketing agency at Nisway. So we are really thankful to him for taking time for this session. We would love to hear your journey from ISER to IIM Indore.
Okay, first of all, thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity. And I think a lot of people have joined. That's almost 4 to 5% of all BSMS students. So uh, I think if you have to make a career choice, if you want to do MBA or PhD or whatever, I think it is better to decide it in your third or fourth year. So that is what I did, because if you want to prepare for CAT and other B school examinations, you have to invest. An average person will have to invest at least an year and a half. There are few people who can pull it off in just 3 months, but not everyone can do that, I guess. So I started preparing in my fourth year, and I chose my projects accordingly, the fifth year project, so that I can devote some time to other things, to my preparations. And then I appeared for CAT. So my CAT percentile was not that good, I would say, but means I did not lose hope. So after that, I prepared well for the interviews. Even the initial interviews did not go well, because I think that, so my first B school interview was my first interview in the life. So obviously that will be, I mean, you might imagine how might that have gone. So it did not go well, but I improved over time, and I was very lucky because uh, the calls from older IIMs, the better B schools, in the were in the end. So I quite improved on those things. I read a lot about the things which I was not able to answer in those interviews, and then I appeared for interview at IIM Kozhikode, IIM Indore, and IIM Lucknow in the end. And I got shortlisted. So I got shortlisted from IIM Indore first. Then I took admission into that college, and then I got a shortlist from IIM Kozhikode. But then I decided to stay with this college. So yeah, this is what happened with me.
Guys, you all are free to ask anything related to academics or like how to choose career, etc.
So, hi, Sujit.
Hi, I'm Anraj. I think I have seen you on campus.
Yeah, I have also seen you. I'm 1 year your junior.
Yeah. Oh.
So, what do you think helped you for made a profile look better? I mean, if you start going from ISER education, you have like 5 years of BSMS thing. But then if you have done some kind of a project, which suppose something like in financial mathematics or something, like students of an India they are doing something on some market related applications and stuff. So have you also done something which made your profile look, more sort of good for MBA or something?
Okay. So I would highly recommend everyone to be a part of such projects, means which give you some exposure in the uh, domains which are in sorry, so which are pursued by students in MBAs, like say sales and marketing or finance. But I did not had any experience, so all I had, I think, was my summer project and the fifth year project and other summer projects before the interviews. After getting selected, I took an internship in a startup, but before that, I had nothing of that sort. I think the thing that helped me was means it quite helps you. The first thing will be is that you are from a premier institute. You are from an Indian institute, so that is one thing that will help you. And so means there are various parameters on which they give you a compound score, and from that they come up with a shortlist. So they will consider your 10th marks, 12th marks, your CGPA in graduation, during graduation, and other things. So it depends on all these things, and if you have, as you said, if you have some experience in working in a field related to finance, that will be great, because that will show them that you are really interested in pursuing that degree. It is not just that you appeared for CAT and you got a shortlist, and since you got a shortlist, you came for the interview. So you need to show them that you are really interested, and that will help you.
So I have two questions. So you mentioned the CGPA.
Yeah.
So what is the kind of margins we are looking at, which would be sort of, I mean, say above 9, it's kind of difficult, but would above 8 also look good?
Yeah. So what do they do is, yeah. So in our college, we have uh, all the colleges take percentage. So they convert your CGPA into percentage. So what they do is, so in our college, the formula for converting your CGPA to percentage is CGPA minus 0.5 multiplied by 10. So try to, means if you want to be in that above 80% range, so it is like in 80 to 90% bracket you will be given a point, in 90 to 100 you will be given a point, and so like that. So I just tried to maintain a CGPA above 8.5, and it helped me. So yes, try to maintain a CGPA if possible. If it goes beyond 9, that is yeah, that is good, but try to maintain a CGPA above 8.5.
So your projects you mentioned, so did you do projects in chemistry? Did you do projects which are, like you said, showing that you have interest towards MBA, like some kind of financial math kind of something like that?
No. So, so means I don't think there is anything in chemistry which could show them that you are interested in pursuing an MBA degree. But yeah, so one thing is that you should be able to tell them that you are interested. That is one thing. The second thing is that you should be able to show them that whatever you have done till now, you have done it properly. Like you have aced it, means be it your 12th, 10th, or 12th grade, or graduation, or any other extracurricular activities. So it, they should feel like wherever you go, you will do well. You will pick things up. You will learn things. So it is not just that you must have prior knowledge, because if you have prior knowledge, you won't be doing an MBA. So you need to show them that wherever you will go, in whichever new field you will go, you will pick things fast. So means if you are, I mean, if you have a research paper, say, uh, in a particular subject, yeah, that will also show them that uh, you have worked hard. So that will help. Yes, but one thing that I would recommend everyone here is that when you appear for the placement process for your internships, there the companies look at, means will be looking at your resume with quite a different angle. They might look at some experience which is related to, say, finance, or say sales and marketing. So once you are done with all the interviews and all, if you have some time, you can do an internship or if you have some friend or any connection who has a startup, you can start working with them so that you can gain an exposure. So
Yeah, thanks. This was good. Thanks.
anyone else?
We have few questions in chat box also.
Oh, okay. How did you manage time in fifth year for preparation of CAT? So Atharva asked this question to me. Yeah. So fifth year, that was quite tough. Means, yes, you have some deliverables in your laboratory. Things were not going well. I did not get any results for the work which I was doing in the lab for almost half of the duration of my project. I did not get any results. So, so what did I do is like, yes, I devoted my morning. So I used to study for hour and a half in the morning for CAT. Then I would go to lab at like 9:30 to 10 a.m. I work till 5 to 6 p.m. And then again I will prepare for CAT and my interviews. Also, while working in the lab, whenever I had some time, say, uh, if I put a reaction and I have half an hour, so I would just go on a website of newspapers. So and I would read those news articles. So to prepare for CAT. So this is how I prepared. So it was like means I had to juggle a lot. That last year at IICR was not easy. Means the initial 3 years were chill, but the fourth and fifth year were you have to put in more efforts. Yeah, and we have second question from Nishant. So he says, what was your initial career plan when you joined BSMS and why did you change it? Okay, so I had no career plans after 12th. I did not know what to do after that. And I was not that pragmatic at that time, I would say. Then I joined IISER Pune. I don't know why did I choose this college. If still someone asks me why did I apply to IISER Pune, I really don't know. I just happened to apply to this college, and I applied to only means there is a common admission process for IISERs. So I applied here, and I got selected. Initially, I would say I was quite interested in mathematics and physics, but I had means I was more in then I used to think like why don't we implement this idea or that idea? If we are doing something in lab, why don't we implement this? Why don't we come up with a some new product or a service on which we are means from why don't we develop something on which we are working in our laboratories? Why don't we make it into a viable idea, or why don't we come up with a viable business plan using such things? So I thought it will be good if I get an MBA, and in the long term, my plan is to work on my own ideas and come up with come up with new things to solve the problems which all of us face in our daily lives. So yeah, that is why I chose MBA. Yeah, so there is a third question from Manraj. He asks, what is the sort of preparation or knowledge of current affairs you would say is needed, and how did you acquire it? Okay, yes. So uh, if you go for an interview, there will be common questions. Like the first question will be this. This is the most common question. Why MBA? Since you have spent your 5 years studying science, and why do you want to do an MBA now? So that will be the first and most difficult question. don't just make or come up or make up an answer, means a superficial answer, because they will probe you, they will ask you more questions. So you should be very clear, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to pursue an MBA degree? That is one thing. Second thing will be current affairs, obviously. So for current affairs, I frequently visited. I frequently used to visit The Economist and the Indian Express website. So means whatever happened, whatever new thing happened in this country or globally, if that is important, I would know that, because I was frequently visiting this website. So that helped me a lot. There are also few YouTube channels where you can go and look for what are the updates related to current affairs. The only thing about our current affairs is that you have to go through the newspapers and those channels every day. So you have to be regular. Uh, and one more thing that I would like to add is that you should know the basics of your subject which you took. So I had chemistry as a major. So I was asked a few questions about chemistry during those interviews. Those questions will be very basic. Mostly they will be based on what you learned in your 11th and 12th grade, not what you learned in IISER Pune. That is means those people learned chemistry, physics, or mathematics during their 11th and 12th and 10th grade. So they will ask you questions what they learned there, related to what they learned there. So be clear with those things. You might like to go through the NCERT books. That will help. Yes. So there is one more question from Bhushan. He asks, do we get time during our third or fourth year? Okay, so I think Bhushan is in first or second year at IISER Pune, third or fourth year. So you will have to choose your electives wisely if you want to get some time during third and fourth year. Uh, I think we also get some time during our summer and winter breaks. And so what did I do is that I made up my mind that I'll be going for MBA. So in the beginning of third year, so since I had to increase my CGPA, I worked hard in one semester. I got a decent SGPA for that semester, and after that, I quite built the momentum of managing the studies and my CAT and other preparations. So yes, my SGPA got lowered a bit, but that was a decent SGPA which I got in third and fourth year. So initially you can focus more on your raising your CGPA, and then gradually once you got the momentum of uh, once you know how to get good grades, then you can shift your focus on your CAT preparations. There is one more question from Atharva. Did you choose any specific course in third and fourth year when you decided to do an MBA? And honestly speaking, I think maths, physics, and biology are more rigorous. And chemistry was more application based. So we do practicals in the lab. So that is why I like chemistry. Means I was able to see things which we read in the theory in our chemistry classes. So you can do those things in your laboratory. So that is why I liked chemistry after. I was more inclined towards chemistry after my first and second year at IISER Pune. And I think if you take chemistry, maybe the rigor of the courses will be less as compared to physics or maths. That is my opinion, but you must see for yourself what suits you. Maybe you can try mixed courses in the third year, and then you can go for the set of courses whichever you think will be lighter. Okay, so Devadarshini asked a question about CGPA. Should we have our CGPA approximately to 8 in all semesters? No, no. So your semester, what you get in semesters will be SGPA. So your means say if your CGPA is 8, maybe if you worked hard, you will be able to raise it to 8.5, 8.7. It will be very difficult to go for 9.5. You will have to get a continuous tens after that, I guess, to do that. So set a practical goal. Don't put too many efforts in that only that thing, because there are too many things which these schools consider while shortlisting you. So there is weightage on your uh, so for shortlisting for interviews, as I said, there will be weightage on CAT percentile, CGPA 10th, 12th. So focus on your CAT exam also. So there will be only two things which will be in your hands: your CGPA and your CAT percentile. So set a practical goal which you can achieve for your CAT percentile based on your mock mock exams which you give, and based on your current CGPA, you can set a achievable goal and work towards that. There is one question from Pritam. He says, did your major subject affect your preparation in any way?" So as I said, I found chemistry quite easy. So yeah, it means it did not take too much of my effort to uh, get good enough grades in that subject. And one more thing, I would like to tell you that my SGPA during my second year was too bad. I mean, I did not do anything in the classes, and did not attend classes carefully, did not listen to my professors. So I botched it up, and that is why I had to work very hard during my third and fourth year. So if you take care of your CGPA in your first and second year, uh, that might be a cakewalk. So if you are consistent, that might help you. Uh, there is another question from like, was CAT preparation easier or more difficult with a chemistry major, or did it not affect anything majorly? Ah, to answer that question, maybe I will have to go back and take physics and maths as a major and prepare for CAT. So I can't tell you. Whichever subject you think will be easier for you, you can take that and prepare for CAT. So I think my other friends also appeared for CAT. One was a biology major. There was one girl in my batch. I think she converted IIM Bangalore or Calcutta. So she converted one of the IIMs amongst these two, and I think she was biology major. So you can do that. Means if you are very good at English, and say if your uh, maths and calculations are also very good, then it also depends on if you are very good at the subjects which are a part of your CAT curriculum. So I was not very good at English, I would say, and my comprehension was very bad. So I had to prepare a lot and devote more time as compared to my friends. Uh, Manraj has a question. So more on Devashi's question. In your opinion, are there many people who are from science and engineering background who have around 7 to 8 GPA bracket? Well, I don't know their GPA. Means there will be people with 7 GPA. So always it's like a bell curve. You will find many people with 7 or 8 GPA. There will be less people with 9, and there will be again lesser people with 5 or 6 GPA. So some people might do very well in their CAT, and that might be the reason why they got a shortlist. Some people's GPA might have helped them. So, or maybe some people. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Basically, I was saying that the GPA factor, how important is the GPA? So, are there more? So, looking at the bell curve, one can guess that okay, if there are more people from 7 to 8, or 8 to 9, so what that means, like if there are more from 8 to 9, that means they're considering probably GPA more. I mean, more people are there with the higher GPA, and if they're 7 to 8, then probably if you can do a bit more better in CAT, then or some other measure of performance,
Oh,
then again it's a, I think, good chance to
mhm.
get, because these people are also there from similar background. I mean, science or engineering, they are having similar. They don't have a different skill set in suppose financial something, or some entrepreneurship or
Mm,
commerce or something.
yes.
So the only measure is these things when
Mm,
you're applying
mm,
to.
mm. Yeah. So one thing will be that I would recommend you to go to the website of these B schools. So each B school has a different criteria. So they give different weightage to different things. Like so, for coming up with final shortlist, IIM Indore gives 40% weightage interview on your interview score. There are few IIMs, the new IIM don't give much weightage on your interview score. They give more weightage on your CAT percentile. So this is the way it goes, and every college has a different, means they have a different weightage for different things. So you will have to go there and uh, check, means which college might, which will be the colleges where you might get a call from. So since all the colleges have different criteria, so it will be difficult for me to tell you.
Mhm.
Yeah, and talking about why, so yes, so in my college there are, yeah, so in my college there are people from engineering background and commerce. So majority of them are engineers or commerce graduates. Now, for commerce graduates, so I think mm, the first thing that why people think that it is means a different set of path for science graduates is that we are not much our work is not much industry oriented. Engineers work in the companies, and if say if you are promoted, you might become manager one day. So even that engineer can become manager one day and manage a team or manage a certain task. So and there might be a thought in people's mind that engineers are more suitable for that job. And also, recently we don't see many people opting for MBA from science colleges. So I think uh, there is thought in people's mind that uh, or even the people who conduct your interviews, they might some people might have biases that uh, if you are a science student you might not do well uh, in a B school. So I appeared for IIM Shillong interview, and they told me that life is means one of the interviews the interviewer was asking me that uh, life is quite easy in your profession if you go for a PhD and become a professor, but if you come for MBA it will be very difficult for you. Why are you doing this? So yeah, but means if you are opting for an MBA degree, you will have to be ready for those things. Yes, means it is quite rigorous, so you will have to work a lot in the first year, especially in the first and second term. And then yes, you get quite used to it. You get some experience how to deal with the courses and all the stuff you have. So it will become easier later.
So that academics which you're having in IM right now, are they much what to say, different, or like difficult to adapt to compared to what you had at ICER? Like, would a person who's coming from some other background have it more easier doing that compared to you who have come from a science background?
Okay, so I think it also depends what are you good at. So I was means the accounting and finance courses. So I can do means I can grasp those things easily. So I get good score in those courses. Means I saw that in one of the finance course I got more marks than CAs. So means that is the thing they have done for means 4 to 5 years. In those CA people means I was doing it for the first time, but I got a better score than them. So means if it is your core competence that if you are naturally good at accounting or means doing evaluations and all, uh, which you will get to know in the finance subjects, you will do well there. I think you just have to be sincere. You have to go through all the readings before the classes, and you will do well. And that is not a big deal. Yeah. So, Manraj, do you have any more questions?
So there was this last part in this question only, that how many people do you think are going for an MBA each year from suppose our ICER only?
I think not more than one or two people. Not too many. Yeah, you can just go to LinkedIn and maybe you can search it there. So I found, I think there were only two people who passed out from IIM Indore recently and were ICER Pune graduates. I could find only 2 to 3 people, I think. So not many, but uh, yes, obviously now the numbers are increasing. 2 3 people are also going. So I got in contact with a candidate who was from ICER Mohali, and he got shortlisted for IIM Indore. So yes, I think more and more people are considering MBA as a career choice now.
Yeah. Thanks. This was helpful.
Yeah. Ajay Krishnan has a question. Before settling onto your decision to choose MBA, what other paths did you seriously consider, if any? What helped you make your decision? What other paths? I was thinking of doing an MTech, and I did some research on that. If that will be a good decision for me, it came out to be a no. What other things? I was applying for jobs, but I think means company don't the companies given that there is the placement committee was not active during our time, so means you can't negotiate a good salary with them. But if the placement committee at ICER Pune is more active and they are getting in more companies, maybe you should apply for a job. If you get a job, I think you will have prior experience of say working 2 to 3 years working in a corporate environment, and if you go for an MBA, I think you can make most out of that degree if you have some work experience. So I also worked hard and applied to various firms wherever there were some openings which I thought a chemistry graduate could apply to. But no, I would say I was unlucky. How did you arrive at the idea for your MS thesis? Idea for my MS thesis. So I just talked to my friends, to my seniors. I said, means, so I talked to my seniors who were working with different chemistry professors, asked them how are they, means how is the work like there in their labs. And I found that the professor with which I worked later means you will have you will have enough in your plate to do, but it's not too much so that you can't prepare for CAT and also. Yes. So that is how I chose that professor and applied for a fifth year project. So I think you should talk to your seniors who are working with professors at IISER Pune, or you can so I did not consider going out to some other place, to some other college in India or abroad, because I thought that will means I don't want to put too much of effort in my last year project, because anyways I'm going to opt for an MBA. So there is one question from Arjun: how did you arrive at the idea for your, oh, sorry, that is answered. Yeah, so anyone, if you, if I did not, if you think I did not answer your question properly, you can just unmute yourself and speak up. Then there is one question from Bhushan: what will be the package after MBA? Oh my God. So, see, Mm, yes, you can always get an average figure. The highest CTC you will get means go to the college websites, search what are the search for the placement reports. You will get a placement report. But the thing is, if you go and look for IIM Ahmedabad placement report, you will find that that placement report is audited. It means that is verified by some external agency, and you can trust that placement report. Well, that is not the case with other B schools. So I don't know how much you could rely on these reports. So numbers could be a bit here and there, but still, means they are not a complete lie. But you can get those numbers on those college websites. You can look for their placement reports. So I think for IIM Indore, previous year's average package was somewhere around 18 to 19 LPA. That, sorry, that was CTC. So CTC was 18 to 19 LP, and uh, sorry, the median salary was, the median CTC was around 20 LPA. So yeah, you can go on those college websites and check yourself. And, and it is means nobody knows where you will be in that, means in that curve. You will be in the average, you will be above average or below average. So again, it is your efforts. Did you appear for GMAT? Swastika was asked this. No, I did not appear for GMAT. Uh, I appeared for only B school exams like CAT. There was this XAT, that IIFT exam, and SNAP, that is for Symbiosis Institute. So yeah, so I will also recommend all of these students to appear for multiple exams, because see, so when I appeared for IIFT exam, I found that there was more weightage on the part related to mathematics and calculations. So if you are good at that, maybe you could ace that exam. Or if you opt for these Symbiosis Institute examination, if you are appearing for that, I think it is more heavy on the reading comprehension and English part. So if you are good at that, maybe you can get an interview call from that college. So again, uh, means try to give as many exams as possible, not too many, but I think at least, yeah, 4 to 5 exams will be good enough. Atharva Bide asks a question: could you please elaborate a little more on how you prepared for English comprehension part of CAT English? Yeah. So, so the VARC section in CAT, that is verbal ability and reading comprehension, I would say is the variety of questions is less. The first type of questions you get is are based on reading comprehension. So I try to read. What I did was I tried to read newspapers, which means whose English I was not able to comprehend. So you might be at a different level. Each person might be at a different level. So I started with the Indian Express. then I thought, okay, I can understand the articles and uh, the editorial articles. Then I went to The Economist. I found it quite difficult then. So I used to read The Economist then, and all the new words which I got means I used to jot down those words and then revise those words. So that is how I prepared for that. And there is verbal ability section. So there will be a jumbled paragraph, so and questions like this. So uh, how do you prepare for these is like you appear for more and more tests, mock tests, and it will help. Science Club IISER Pune. Ideally, when one should start preparing for a different entrance exam. uh, I can give you an idea about CAT. I don't know about other exams, like if you are if you want to go for civil services. I don't have an idea. Means some people take forever. Means that is too difficult to crack because the success rate is very less. Too many people appear for those exams. In CAT, uh, I think 2 lakh people give exams, so it is fairly easy as compared to other exams which you appear for in India. So a year and a half will be enough. Trupti Raut, did you join any, be it online, offline coaching for CAT prep? So I did not join any coaching. So what I did is that I just took AIM CAT series from Time Institute. That is all I had. So I used to attend those mock tests. That is what I did. The concepts are fairly easy. I don't think someone who is studying at IISER Pune will need to means go through any coaching. You just need to practice. Nishant asks a question: did you think that having a science engineering background is disadvantages when compared to a commerce background in MBA? Commerce and engineering. So there are a lot of students who come from commerce and engineering background. So earlier, what used to be is that most of the people were only from engineering background, and yes, the people who will interview will be engineers. So then I maybe there might be some bias, or means also in colleges like ours, there are very less people who go into these schools. So there is also very less guidance, I would say. So people are less exposed to such things. Uh, but I don't think there should be a disadvantage because if you come, so yeah, so many B schools in India promote diversity. So if you are from a diverse background like science, you will get a diversity score. So it is good for you. Yeah, I also got a diversity score, and you will also get that. So don't worry. Mushan asked a question: how ICER curriculum helps someone to develop as compared to other colleges? Yes. So all that we do is that I think mm, at IISER Pune uh, what we do is that the curriculum here means trains us to question each and everything. We are means we go into the details of everything when we work. So when I worked in labs, so means you have to poke everything, go into every detail, why I'm using this chemical, why I'm doing this. You go through the research papers, you read the research articles. uh, so I think that quite develops critical thinking, and that will help you a lot. Because so if you have a hang of reading research articles in ICER, then you will find it very easy to finish the case studies, reading those case studies which you get during your MBA program. So what they do is they give you a case study for a particular class, and you are supposed to read that case study before that class and come prepared with, if there was any assignment, you have to come prepared with that, and then that case study is discussed. So yeah, if your critical thinking skills are good, yeah, that will be helpful there. Science club. Did you have any plan B during your graduation time? Oh, yeah. I means I did not think of what my life would be if I did not get selected in a B school. So, frankly speaking, I had no plan B. Yes, sometimes I got scared because sometimes you do good in a mock exam, sometimes you don't do well, and that might also happen when you appear for CAT. You might not do well in that examination. Means might be a bad day, you might be in a bad mood, or the some section might be too difficult for you to attempt. But I still did not think about any plan B. So no, I did not have any plan B. Manraj says, is it possible to pursue a career dealing with stock market and financial mathematics after an MBA? Yeah. So what I know is that if you want to go into stock market, then uh, the companies have position for equity researchers. So you'll be researching the stocks or listed in Indian stock exchange or a stock exchange of other countries. You might also be looking at you might also be studying the companies which are not listed in the stock exchanges. Yes, so you will, if you work in such firms, you will get a chance to do that. Yes. Manraj, I think if you could just so I'll just copy your question and I'll keep it with me and I will try to answer it later. Okay. I think I can't answer it right now. Hmm. Sumant has a question. Can you briefly tell us what your batchmates from ICER Pune are doing right now? Batchmates, I don't. So most of them went for PhD, of course. My friends, what are they doing? So I had very means we were a group of seven. One guy left the college in the middle. The other one took a BS exit. The third one is will be I mean is going to USA for PhD. I think he got University of Florida. He'll be doing a PhD. The other one got so other one got accepted at uh, there is some university. I don't know. Oh, sorry, EPFL. It's in Switzerland, is it? Yeah, and two of them are preparing for civil services examinations. So that is what my close friends are doing. And other about other people, most of them went for PhD. I also know some people who did some internships, got a job. So one of my friend also got a job at as a data analyst. So, but yeah, so your chemistry degree or means you might have to work in that field. You might have to take a projects related to say data science and do some internships, and you might end up getting a job if you work towards that. So yeah, things take some time, but just don't get hopeless. Means you won't have education loan to pay off. Most of the engineers and B school graduates have, so means you won't have that patience. So yes, even if it takes 6 months to 1 year to means something to bear fruits, just wait for it and work towards that. You mentioned MTech. What all branches did you consider? Trupti Raut. I was considering a branch which could means which could give me a good job. I was thinking about CS, I guess, but yeah, I don't think I had any shot at that. I had no prior knowledge of coding, so I just gave up that plan right away. Manraj, what are good mock exams coaching you suggest? Oh, okay. So again, what I will do is uh, I will share that list. I will share that with Anuradha, and maybe she can then share it with you. So I will do that. Bhushan Deshpande can be entered in DRD or ISRO after MS. Okay. Uh, ISRO and DRDO. I think they have they conduct their examinations, and maybe you will have to appear for those exams and get into those organizations. I did not explore by myself that what are the exams or interviews you need, or what do you need to prepare for getting into such organizations. So I would suggest you to do more research on your own. Or Nishant asks, how was your life at ICER and what did you do to relax here? What did I do to relax here? My life at ICER, I think I will miss that my life at ICER because I don't think if I will ever be able to make such good friends in B school or uh, in my workplace. I don't know. So yes, I will always miss those friends. And Pune is, I think, a great place to live. And if you want to go out, go for trekking. If you want to go and visit a beach, that is a nice place. So that is what we used to do. Go on a lot of treks, relax. No, yes, I don't like to relax. So if means if we want to let's do something new or fun, we will go on treks. And of course, maybe we'll watch web series and all. Bhushan, how to become a data analyst after MS? Can we major in data science at ICER? I would recommend you to contact Snehal Bharti. He is my batchmate. He is my batchmate. He was my batchmate, and he got a job at ISB, that is Indian School of Business. That is a top B school in India. He got a data science job there, so he might help you out. Please reach out to him. Bhushan, how to handle stress of academic? Man, I don't know how to answer this question. Yes, at one point of time, even I thought of taking a BS exit. To be honest, I was very pissed off that day, and I just mailed Dean that I want to BS exit. I don't want to do it anymore. I will prepare for CAT, get into B school. He said, "Don't do that. You just have 5 to 6 months left. Somehow juggle all these things, and if you take a BS exit, it won't reflect good in your resume. People will ask you, why did you take an exit? Means it might not reflect well. So yeah, you have to handle it. Means a lot of people do that. Believe me, a lot of people work and they prepare for CAT. I think given the means given the amount of work they have, yeah, in their workplaces and other responsibilities they have is are huge. So a lot of people do that. So I think it is not a big deal. I mean, we somehow have to manage all these things. Suman asks, is volunteering for college clubs, other volunteering, etc., considered important in your CV? Yes. So it is like you are, if you say, if you are a coordinator, so you have managed a few people, you have worked with them. Even if you are a volunteer, you have worked in quite different environment. You have worked in teams. So that is what I would say work post MBA is about. So you will be working with a lot of teams. So yes, that will reflect well in your CV. Uh, One question from Science Club. In the fifth year, people usually appear for different exams. How one could manage time for the exam preparations as different exams have a different syllabus? Oh, okay. So what? So I appeared for exams for these schools, so they have similar syllabus. Or what you can do is that you can choose only those exams which have considerable overlapping syllabus. Like you can prepare for CAT, you can also prepare for bank examinations. So they have similar syllabus. So that is how you can do. Uh, or say even if you are preparing for exams like SAT, so means yeah, the syllabus is same, so that also helps. That is how I would have done. Means if you want to prepare for CAT and civil services examinations, that will be two different things, and you will have to put a lot more effort. Means I don't know if I could have handled that, but given means if I were to do that, I would like appear for CAT and bank examinations. Bhushan has a question. Could you please tell me name of your batchmate? I forget it. I will type it in the chat. Oh, Satyam already typed it. Sorry. Bhushan, basically I'm first year student and I have a lot of questions in my mind. Okay. Rohan, what was your MS thesis topic? Which professor did you work with? So I worked with Dr. Ramanathan Vaidyanathan. He's a very good guy, I would say, cheerful person. And my MS thesis topic, I worked on covalent organic frameworks. So these, you could say that these are like organic polymers which show different properties, like they can absorb gas. They also show fluorescent properties. So I was working on the fluorescent properties of these materials. Means the project did not come through. What we were trying to achieve was quite difficult and was something very new. But yes, I enjoyed working there. Means I got to handle a lot of equipments, use a lot of chemicals. So I kind of like that stuff. Now Manraj says there are other people also who are working in data science. Nikhil Gupta from 2015 batch map. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Tushar, why you chose MBA and not PhD after your MS? Is there anything special in MBA that takes your interest? Oh, I think we all of us have inclination towards something. So one of my friends who joined uh, University of Florida. So he is very means he is very curious about knowing things in theoretical chemistry. He can spend all his day reading that stuff. I can't do that. I am more about like coming up with new ideas. Can we implement this? So this is the problem which we all of us face. Can we solve this? Can we come up with a viable business plan? That is what I think, and that's why I thought that MBA will be a good thing for me. Something else might be good for you. So you have to find what your inclination is, and that is all it takes. Manraj, how important is work experience when applying for MBA? Does it make a big difference in India? So if you have a work experience of say 1 year, so while shortlisting you, they will add some points. So you will get some points for work experience. If you have one year, you get X points. If you have two, you get more. If you have three, you get more. If you have four, uh, you get less points. So they discourage work experience beyond 3 years. So if you have work experience equal to or less than 3 years, it is good to go for an MBA degree. If you have more than 3 years, you can go for other programs. There are 1 year programs. So
So, can I interrupt? Sorry.
yeah, sure.
So, like you said that when you were trying to find internships in your first year, if you have some kind of work experience, it's also helpful at that time. And you said that after you finish your degree and you before you join the college, there's a small gap, and that time you can join some kind of startup or something. So when you are applying for this kind of internship position, something, so what kind of skills do you think helped, or like, so you got some place, so how did you get like over there?
Oh, yeah. So and then one of my friends had a startup. So I just asked him, please give me an internship. He said me that you will need these skills. So basically, my work was related to digital marketing. So he said that take up this courses on Udemy. So I went through those courses, learned a few things, and then worked there. So you might as well do that. You might take up a few courses and work that way. So what others do is that they apply on portals like Internshala, but I will say that it is quite difficult to find a good internship. Means yes, you might find an internship where they will just ask you to sell a product. You are not going to get anything out of that internship. There won't be much of learning. So if you have any means if you have any connections, it works. Also, when you are sitting in the college placement rounds, so that college is a platform which helps you to get a job. Means if means say if I am here, I have done all the courses on Coursera which are taught in MB, and if I am applying for jobs, I might not get a job as good as what I will get after my 2 years at IIM. Also, it is also about a platform. So
Yeah, thanks.
Bhushan has a question: what subjects will help? Just a minute. Okay. So Bhushan has a question. What subjects will help us to get placed in company? For example, stat, data science, applied physics. Basically, I'm interested in applied physics. Okay. Mm, So, do we have an active placement committee at IISER Pune right now?
Yes, sir. CDC cell.
Okay. Yeah, career development cell. Yeah. So I think you should contact them. Means what are the skills which are required by those companies, and maybe you should try to map your skills according to that. That will help you more because I am out of that scenario now, and at my time there were no such job openings, so I won't be able to help you with that. Maybe you should take help of CBC and contact them. Rohan says, what is a good CGPA to apply for IIM? Oh, again, I said that they have weightage for everything. So, say if you have, uh, I can't come up with a number. Means if you do very well, if you have done very well in 10th and 12th grade and CAT, even a means CGPA, even a lower CGPA will might work. But the only thing is that they might ask you that why such a low CGPA. Yeah, and if you have something justifiable, means you might be interested in, you might be more involved in some extracurricular activities, and you devoted more time on that. So that could be a good reason. Bhushan asks, what other skills required to enter in company? For example, language skills. Okay, I think if you are working as means if you want to work as these skills will be important if you are working as a developer. Uh, it will be better if you are able to find uh, an internship or some work which is more related to domains in MBA like marketing, sales, or say finance, operations. I don't means it depends what kind of internship are you looking at. If you are looking at marketing internship, it is easy to find a digital marketing internship nowadays. I would say if you are looking for a finance internship, mm, maybe you could do some courses in finance. Manraj has a has a question in connection to an earlier question. How much math can one expect to be able to do once you go into an mentioned equity research? What kind of work are they doing? Okay, so yes, like in engineering, you have a set of uh, frameworks, and you have a I mean, you have so in finance, what you do, what different jobs you do is like you can be an so if they say I want to buy this company, so your job could be valuing that company. Now for valuing that company, there are various methods. So you will be using those methods. So it is not like you are inventing some new.
People, so I'm from the math background, and there is people who go for financial mathematics from the side of, suppose they pursue some MS in financial mathematics. So many of our India students, I have seen them go for stuff so which requires something like stochastic processes, and you some differential equation stuff, and you analyze market models and how these are the time dependent models, so how they evolve with time, and Black-Scholes equation is one way to go, and there are many other models. So they're into core math techniques and numerical analysis, and but probably MBA does not have. If you do an MBA in finance, it's not same kind of a thing.
Yeah, that is very true. So
So what kind of work do you think MBA in finance is? I mean, how much of math? Like, I'm interested in math. So what kind of stuff would they be doing? I mean, if they are dealing, probably they'll deal with stock markets and stuff. So what kind of way would they be interacting, and
acha,
how would
acha.
they?
So see, I will tell you what I have learned till now, and according to that, what means what people do. There might be more things to that means more things that they do. But you can connect with me later, and I will try connecting with my fellow mates at IIM Indore and maybe answer your question. So as I said, investment banking is one. So you are valuing the companies, you are looking at the cash flows. That is not, I would say, very rigorous task, as you said. What other things are there? Then there is accounting. That is also, yeah, pretty easy. What else? Equity research. So I don't have much technical knowledge in that field. So what happens during the internships is that if you have a role of equity researchers, then those companies will train you. There will be a specific training period, and they will train you on all those things, and then they will take you up. So you can connect with me later. I will try to connect with my other friends at IIM Indore and answer your questions.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I'll probably email you or something.
Yeah, sure. Or you can get my number from Anuradha.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Okay, so I think that is it. Any more questions?
Are we done with all questions?
Oh, there is one more question from Bhushan. He says, before I came into IS here, I'm interested in science, but now my interest is shifting towards technical things like engineering. What do you think if I want to work in technical field? Applied courses in ISER will help me. Applied courses in ISER might help you get that knowledge, but I don't know what will help you get a job. So maybe you will have to work your own way towards that. Uh, so if you are taking those applied courses in ISER, maybe you can, yeah. So during your summer breaks, what you can do is you can apply to different companies which require those skills and work there. You can work as an you can do an internship. So doing an internship could help you get placed later. So you also have 4 years, sorry, 5 years here. So I think you will get enough time to intern with those colleges, sorry, with those companies. Yes, Anuradha, I think this is it.
Anyone has any more questions they can ask?
Marketing, okay. Nishant has question. What are some good places where we can do marketing internships? Oh, the thing is that so just go on Internshala. Uh, if you find a good company, a company which you know means about which you know means about which you have heard. Say a good marketing company is like Hindustan Unilever Limited. No, they won't even open their internships on Internshala. You can find some other company on that portal. Say you will find thousands of applications, if not thousand, hundreds of applications for say one or two positions. So the I mean there are so many applicants is that uh, it will be quite difficult, I would say. So just initially you can just look for the companies which provide you with good quality of work. So yes, there will be a dream company which you will apply to, but there will also be other companies which could provide you with good quality work. And to answer your questions, good marketing companies are uh, fast moving consumer goods brands like Hindustan Unilever Limited, Marico. Then there is Parley, and these similar companies are very well known in the marketing domain. And then other companies also now have their own, say, digital marketing department, or there are also marketing departments, and even in companies like Google and all. So there are divisions in tech companies also. But these FMCG companies, which I mentioned, are more sought after traditionally by B school graduates. Bhushan Deshpande has a question. What are different sites which provide information about internship? I know of Internshala. There is one more, Oyster Connect. I'll just type it. Oysterconnect.com. Courses on Coursera and Udemy will help for internship. Yes, they can help you for internship. So what you should do, I think, is uh, just try to find out what are the kind of internships uh, you want to do. Then find out what are the required skills, and then opt for those courses on platforms like Coursera or Udemy, and that might help you. Anything else?
I would like to end this session by an interesting question. Like, what's your most memorable moment at ISA that you always remember?
Oh, my memorable moment at ICER. So, so that memory is about ICER, but that was not at ICER. I was representing ICER Pune at NICER Bhubaneswar in Inter ICER Sports Meet, that is IISM. So yeah, I was participating in a 5K race. So I worked really hard for that. I means I did not used to run before, uh, means run before that, and I prepared for almost 1 year. So I just wanted to take part in some extracurricular activities, and I started with jogging, started running, and then I thought, let us do something competitive. Uh, and yeah, so before the so I trained for, so we had a coach. We trained for almost 2.5 months. We used to train for 7 times a week, 2.5 hours each day. That was very grueling training. And on the day of race, I had fever, but I still uh, participated in that race. So means while running that race, I was thinking that I won't do it again. Means I won't run again. That was so painful, but yeah, and I think that is the reason I will remember it forever. So yeah, this is one thing.
Yeah, can you answer Bhushan's question also?
Yeah. Do we get time after hectic schedule of ICER to develop new skills? Hectic schedule of ICER. If you think ICER has a hectic schedule, then you'll see what happens in these schools. So don't worry. Means I think in the beginning it takes quite a while for you to get acclimatized to all the things, all the coursework. Uh, is Bhushan a first or second year student? I think
I am first year student, sir.
so at ICER you have a lot to do in first year. So yeah, that will be the first year will be hectic. You have so many courses, so that's the problem. I think in the first year, in the first 2 years, I would say. But you will get used to it. First year is always difficult in any place because you are not used to uh, the way things are done at that place. So if you enter any new field, if you do something new, you will face you will face difficulties in the beginning. Even I and my other friends had a hard time during initial years at ICER Pune, especially the first year. But then you kind of settle in. You have more time after that. So the first year could be hard, yes,
Uh,
because it is new.
yes, sir. Will we have a less number of subject in our latter years, like third and fourth year?
Uh, I think yes. In third and fourth year, you even have choice. Uh, but I won't say that it is. It will. It could be because of less number of courses. Maybe because of now you know how to do things here. Maybe you uh, means you can grasp things easily. You might be able to grasp things easily after your first year at ICER. Maybe your basics will be clear. Maybe you will means you will get a good grasp on a particular subject and you will be able to do the assignments in lesser time. So that is how it will happen. It might not be because of less number of subjects, I think.
Thank you, sir. Lots of my doubt clear now today. Thank you for
Yeah,
this
yeah,
session.
sure.
Science Club too.
So any more questions? Yeah, so I would just like to say that anyone, if you think that I was not able to answer your questions, or if I asked you to contact me later, you can just take my contact details from Anuradha and just contact me. I will be happy to help you. Anything
Sujit,
else?
it would be better if you share your email ID so that everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is the email ID which I am using right now. This is my personal email ID. Okay, so here it is.
So let's end the session. Thank you so much, Sujit, and
Sure.
for taking time for us.
Yeah, no
That's-
problem.
The session
Okay.
was amazing and interactive for all of us. You gave so many information that will definitely help us in our graduation time and choosing further graduation.
Yeah, I think it helps all of you. And yeah, thank you for having me here. I'll be grateful.